So they did a survey on a bunch of different companies on how they feel of live service games, which is what we just talked about. Apparently,
Right.
95% of those surveyed are working on live service games. This is a disaster because that means in the next couple of years, we're going to give you a mediocre product. And this isn't
Right.
just this. We're talking games in every genre, every whatever. We're going to give you part of a game for $70, and then maybe we already have your $70. So why am I going to, as a company, why am I going to put more money into DLC? You're going to get mediocre at best. They're going to do the bare minimum for these DLCs. So that's why it's kind of because that way they don't lose money. They're constantly gaining money. At the end, you have this replayability as long as you have the server space for it, where people are just going to keep doing the same thing over and over again, doing a grind, whatever. And then maybe you'll give me a DLC that's decent. So over 500 studios said that they're going to do live service games. So
Yeah.
this is
So they
the
must
path
be
we're
making
going down.
money on it. If this is the way, that's the only reason why.
Oh,
They must be
100%.
hurting people and they're churning out cash over mediocre games. Yeah.
Yeah. So with that, it's like I wouldn't mind it if it wasn't the full price of these games. Like
Right.
the Justice League game, again, even though I don't like the story, it's fundamentally a good game. It's not $70. Excuse me. It's not $70 good. It's maybe $40 good, and then
Right.
maybe DLC, which will add up to 70. But if you're gonna make me pay 70, and then you're gonna make me pay probably $20 for each DLC that goes, right? That's $120 just in DLC.
Right.
So all of a sudden, I just paid $210 on a game. Isn't that
Yeah, it's a lot of
ridiculous?
money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it
So
is for
and
something that started off mediocre.
right. So this is the way, to me, this is the video game companies figuring out the loophole of how can we make games more expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
that's
their
really it.
goal.
We've always had DLC. And again, you had paid for DLC in the sense of like the big DLC that I can think of was back in the day you had Black Ops 2, which was you paid for new zombies maps. They were optional if you wanted those maps. You didn't need those
Right.
maps. Now
Right.
it's, hey, we're going to give you $70 of the story that's not finished, and you have to buy the DLC to learn the rest of the story. Right?
Right.
I didn't pay, it's like paying for half of a movie and
Right.
then paying another price for a movie ticket that's like, this is the end. Which you can honestly make the argument of like the Avengers movies. But
Right.
I don't, but again, the difference is you're getting two full movies. You're getting 2 full 3-hour movies, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, I agree. It's one thing to say you got to make the person want to do the next level, want to do the DLC. If it's required,
Yeah. And you have to
kind of
pay
like,
for it. Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of weird. They should at least offer a package of some sort if you want to do it and but they don't have the DLC ahead of time, correct?
No. Sometimes they'll do what's called a season's pass, and a season's pass will allow you to buy, like, it's an extra $50, but it gives you that DLC. But again, you're banking on that DLC being good 6 times in
Right.
a row. There are very
Right.
few games that I've played, and I've played thousands of games. There's very few games that I've played that have DLC that has been good consistently for its lifespan.